Okay, hello, Aiman. Good
Oke.
afternoon. So
Tahu nama aku dulu.
we're going to start our interview. So are you ready?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm ready.
So we'll go straight off with the questions. Okay. So I will be asking the questions,
Uh,
and you will just answer it however you like, as honest as possible.
okay.
All right. So question one, I will ask for 10 basic questions and then 10 questions based on the issue. All right. Okay, so
All right.
for the first basic question, may I know what is your name?
My name is Abdul Aiman Bindullah.
Okay, right. Second question, how old are you?
Uh, this year I am 21 years old.
Okay, 21. Which faculty are you from?
I'm from Faculty of Engineering.
Engineering. What course are you taking?
Yes. Course that I take here is mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering. Okay. Question 5. Do you stay at campus or stay at home?
Yes, staying in campus.
Okay. Question 6. Where are you from?
I'm from Tawau, Sabah.
Tao Sabah. Okay. What is your status?
Right now I'm still single.
Currently you're single. Okay.
Yes.
What is your hobby?
My hobby is playing video games.
Okay. Question 9. How do you feel when you get offered to study at UMS?
Feel so happy because UMS is the best campus that I need to pursue my study.
Okay, good. What is your goal or dreams?
My goal for now is I want to finish my study here and graduate in first class.
Graduate first class. Okay, there will be all for the 10 basic questions. Now we will move on to the topic questions. Okay, so the first question is, what do you know about e-learning?
Based on my knowledge, e-learning is online learning process that can be done using online meeting platform like Google Meet, WebEx, Zoom, and many more. Usually, students and teachers are going to online, and they only need to use their smartphone or any device and the network to do the class.
Okay, all right. We'll move on to the next question. Which social media do you use often?
I use WhatsApp, Instagram, and Telegram every day.
Okay. How about apps like Facebook, Instagram? Do you use that? Twitter?
Mm, Facebook, I don't use Facebook often, but sometimes I use it um, for seeing some finding some information there.
Articles, right?
Not articles about what's happened
What's
today.
happening around the world? Is it?
Yes.
Okay, I see. Alright, for question 3, how well do you know how to use e-learning in your studies?
Mm, I've already used e-learning methods 2 years ago, so I've known how to use it exactly.
Okay. Alright, question 4, what are the advantages of social media?
For me, the advantage of the social media is that we can keep in touch with someone that we haven't met for a long time, and
Okay.
also we can find some information in the social media.
Okay. Alright, question 5, what are the disadvantages in social media?
The disadvantage of social media is some of the information is not true, and this can bring to misleading, and some people can be confused, and they will have a misunderstanding about the information.
Okay. Alright, for the next question, do you think social media is easy to use in public?
Yes, social media is so easy to use for nowadays because uh, most of the people have a smartphone and also internet, so they can use it everywhere.
Everywhere, anywhere, right? Okay.
Yes.
The next question will be, is online learning a social issue?
Mm, for me, some of the student can adapt with online learning because they will understand more clear using an online method. But some of the student uh, cannot use the online learning method because they will it hard for them to focus in the class. So for me, it depends on the person whether they can or cannot using the online learning.
Okay, that's a great answer. Um, Question 8. Do you think should students add their lecturers and teachers in social media?
I think students shouldn't follow the teachers in social media because some of the teachers don't want the private life
Oh,
being equated with the job life.
or so they don't want to mix private life and study life, is it?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Um, Question 9. In your opinion, do you think e-learning is more effective than ordinary classroom, which is face-to-face?
For my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
um, e-learning is not effective as the ordinary class because uh, when we are going to face class, we are more focused in the class because we can see what the teachers teach us. But if we are doing online class, some of us can easily lose focus because the teachers don't know what is he doing behind the screen.
Uh, okay. All right. Thank you for
Okay.
that. Are you still with me? Right. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. For the last question, question 10. Who is responsible for monitoring social media movement?
The person that are responsible for monitoring social media movement is the parent because they need to monitor what the child is doing in the social media, who is their friend with, and also what are they using, why are they using social media,
Okay.
because some of the information in the social media is uh, wrong.
Wrong. Okay. Well, that will be everything, Eman. Thank you for sparing your time for me for doing this interview, and I hope we could meet each other on next time. All right. Thank you for your
Okay.
answers.
Good evening, my name is DYANA Binti ASMADY. Today I will be interviewing someone to know her point of view about using social media as e-learning. The person I will be interviewing is a student that has been using social media in their learning. So first of all, let's get to know her. May I know what is your name?
Hi, my name is Nurul Sakina Nitiawarabla.
Can I know how old are you?
I'm 21 years old and I will be turning 22 this October.
Would you mind if you tell me where are you from?
I'm from Supangar, Kota Kinabalu.
I know that place. Which faculty and what course are you taking in UMS?
I'm from Faculty Science of Natural Resources, and I'm currently a second year student taking Environmental Science course.
Oh, do you stay at campus or stay at home?
I stay at home since my home and my campus is not that far.
Would you share about what are you doing in your free time? What is your hobby like that?
I have a lot of hobbies. Sometimes I like to sing, sometimes I like to cook when I'm stressed, and most of the time I like to listening to music.
What's an interesting hobby you have? Can you share about your what about your feeling when you have when you get offer from UMS to continue your study?
My first impression when I was accepted to UMS was I was very happy because finally I got to be titled as a student in UMS, and to be experienced lots of things in UMS is very pleasant, and I'm so happy to learn more things in the future.
Can you share about your goal and dreams?
In the future, I more likely to be a happy person, to just graduate my studies with a good pointer, to make my parents happy, and especially people around me happy.
That's a good dream and goals that you have. So let's get into the topic. So the first question that I want to ask is, what do you know about e-learning?
E-learning is something that uh, you do like studying online, and especially e-learning was conducted using electrical things like tablet, computers, and smartphone. E-learning as well is where you gain knowledge from things like Google or social media.
In e-learning, which social media do you use often?
I often use WhatsApp for communication with my friends, family, and teachers. And I have two applications which are Twitter and also TikTok, where I gain lots of knowledge there, especially general knowledge.
So the next question is, how well do you know how to use e-learning in your study?
I know how to do when I do e-learning. I know where to read articles. I know where to find sources of knowledge. Things I want to find, such as mathematical solutions, chemical reaction like that. In e-learning, I receive so many information regarding my curiosity of knowledge.
As we know, social media is often used in these days. So what do you think is the advantages of this social media?
For me, the advantages of being a e-learning student is where you can easily find information such as historical information, things like engineering, architect things, and the advantages is like you don't need to wait for someone to give you information. The information is always there for you.
While talking about the advantages of social media, do you think there is disadvantages of social media?
Yeah, of course, because for me, everything that have advantages comes with disadvantages. So I think e-learning will give you distraction from the reality, where you spend lots of time just facing the computer without actually having a real communication with people around you.
Next question is, do you think social media is easy to use for public, for everyone?
For me, I have a little perception where I think e-learning is very easy to be used by younger generation, but not with the older generation, where I find it older people cannot use technology that well, where they need helps from younger people to guide them, to lead them in everything about social media and e-learning. So not everyone can use e-learning and social media that easily.
Do you think online learning can become a social issue?
So I think it depends on someone's personality. In e-learning, student will have online classes where they just attend classes from computer. So there will be some issues, social issues, such as a student they're like just attending the class without actually listening and focus to the class. They will just enter the class and then continue to sleep. They will just attend the class and then doing something else, which is I find it very disrespectful and irresponsible for themselves.
The next question is, do you think students should add their lecturers and teachers on social media?
I personally think that student needs to have their own privacy matters, separate it with educational matters. So I prefer to the student not add teachers on social media.
So, in your opinion, do you think e-learning is more effective than ordinary classroom?
I personally don't think e-learning is effective as physical classes because I find it very difficult to have a communication during online classes. Sometimes you get neglected by the teachers, or maybe in certain reasons such as disconnection, internet internet problem like that. So it is very hard for someone to to have e-learning when they have like other problem, like I mentioned before.
Last question for our topic is, who is the responsible for monitoring social media movement?
I think parents plays important role for controlling their kids' activities on social media, and I also think that besides parental control, you as a person need to control yourself from doing something that negative activities.
So that's all the questions in our interview.
Hi,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm doing great so far. And how about you?
I'm fine too. Do you have a minute to answer my interview?
Sure, let's proceed.
Okay. Before we start the interview, allow me to introduce myself first. My name is Masriani DAHRI. I study at University Malaysia Sabah from Faculty of Business, Economic and Accountancy. I would like to interview you for our final project on oral communication subject. Our topic is about using social media as e-learning among students in University Malaysia Sabah from different faculties. First, may I know what is your name?
My name is Ezralino Beka Jimmy.
Can I know how old are you?
I'm 21 years old this year.
Oh, I'm also 21.
Hmm.
Okay, which faculty are you from?
I'm from the Faculty of Psychology and Education.
Oh, okay. What course are you taking?
I'm taking degree in TESOL.
Oh, that's nice, interesting. Okay, do you stay at campus or stay at home?
For this semester, I just stay at my home.
Hmm. Where are you from?
I'm from Kudat, Sabah.
Oh, from Kudat. Nice. Okay, what is your status?
I'm currently single at the moment.
Okay, what is your hobby?
I enjoy watching K-dramas in my free time.
Hmm. How do you feel when you get offered to study at UMS?
At first, I was really excited, but at the same time, I was nervous because I can't imagine how my life gonna be in UMS.
What is your goal and dreams?
My goal is to be a successful person, and obviously, I want to be a teacher after I've graduated from UMS.
Right. Now, let's move in the topic questions. There are 10 questions. The first one, what do you know about e-learning?
From what I know, e-learning is online learning that uses online platforms such as Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, WebEx, and etc. Hence, e-learning can be attended at home or anywhere since we can join the class through electronic gadgets.
Which social media do you use often?
I often use Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Telegram.
How well do you know how to use e-learning in your study?
I use e-learning in my study excellently. As a student, I think it is a must to know how to use a software and tools to do an assignment.
Let's move to the next question. What are the advantages of social media?
And social media could help us to keep in track with the current issues and keep in touch with our relatives. Hence, social media is a treasure of various things that could help us to create a presentation video or getting information for our assignments.
And what the disadvantages of social media?
Undeniably, social media have the negative impact for the fact that it can lead to sleep disruption. For example, I always sleep undeniably late because I always scrolling on TikTok and didn't even realize the clock has reached midnight. Hence, it could distract me while I'm doing my assignment, like when I'm trying to search information to do for my assignments, then suddenly a notifications pop ups from my screen and I click, then I'm not doing my assignments. Then I'm just watching video until the I'm wasting my time. Okay, let's move to the next question.
Okay. Do you think social media is easy to use for public?
Of course, most of the app that we use daily is free and only internet connection that are needed. Furthermore, information can be gained less in 1 minute since Google are there giving us the information that we need.
Okay. After that, is online learning a social issue?
For some cases, yes. For the reason that some district has a terrible internet connection, which cause them facing difficulty to join online classes and submitting assignments. For example, have you ever heard the news that were viral long time ago about FIONA taking tests on the tree? That's the best example that I could give. So
All right. Okay. Do you think should students add their lecturer or and teacher on social media?
for my opinion, I think that is unnecessary, but not entirely because we have the official group on Telegram that are easier for us to communicate with, which don't require us to get their number or adding them on other social media.
Okay, besides that, in your opinion, do you think e-learning is more effective than ordinary classroom?
I strongly disagree for the reason that e-learning limiting the students and lecturers' interaction, which causing them to be out of track. Moreover, the students facing difficulty to discuss about group assignments because I mean like the communication is very limited through online and I I face them regularly. For me, physical class is more effective because the students can discuss it more directly without the need to use online platform to discuss. And lecturer can teach in physical class like they know all the students. They can see them and call their name without keep on calling their name but not get a response. Like we always have seen that in our class.
Okay, last question. Who is responsible for monitoring social media movement?
In my opinion, the one who is responsible to monitoring our social media is ourselves because ourselves is the only person that could change the bad habits and if we want to change for the better. On the flip side, for teenagers or kids, their parents is the one who is responsible, is who are responsible in monitoring their child's social media movements since they're still minor and their parents is responsible for what they are doing.
Okay, that's all for me. Thank you so much for your cooperation in this interview. Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye bye.
Back to you. Thank you. Bye.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm good.
Okay, today today I would like to interview you about using social media as e-learning among students in UMS from different faculties. Before we start our interview, I want to tell you about uh, this interview. There are 20 questions that I will ask, where the 10 questions are the basic question, while the remaining 10 questions are related to the topic e-learning. Should we start our interview right now? Adriana? May I know what is your name?
My name is Anis Adana Sofia binti Muhammad Saki.
Can I know how old are you?
I am now in my 20 years old.
20 years old. Which faculty are you from?
I am currently from Faculty of Engineering.
And what course are you taking?
I am taking oil and gas engineering and it is in my second semester studying.
Oh. Do you stay at campus or stay at home?
Yes, I am staying at campus.
Oh, campus. And where you from?
I am from Kota Baru, Kelantan, Malaysia.
Oh, Kelantan. I see. And what is your status?
I am single.
Single. How do you feel when you get offered to study at UMS?
When I get the offer, I do feel excited But at the same time, it is a bit heartbreaking because I need to living far away from my family
Yeah, I
to
understand.
study. So,
And what is your goal and dreams?
just simple is to be successful in life and get my dream job.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Adriana. And now we move to the question related to the topic about e-learning. First, what do you know about e-learning?
From what I know, it is a learning system that based on the formalized teaching with the help of electronic resources such as gadgets and mobile devices.
Thank you. Which social media do you use often?
Personally, I use WhatsApp, Telegram, and Instagram.
Oh, okay. How well do you know how to use e-learning in your study?
Quite well. I use it all the time as my main source of studying and to complete my assignments.
Okay, thank you. And what are the advantage of social media?
For me, it is to keep me in touch with my friends, teachers, and relatives, and uh,
Okay. Keep touch with friends and
family and other relatives.
okay. And what are the disadvantages of social media?
For the disadvantages, it is will easily make us distracted and can't really focus on our job, especially in studying. And keeping scrolling through it will make we spend more screen time that can lead to physical strain to our eyes and body, sleep deprivation, and chronic health conditions.
I agree with you, Adriana. And do you think social media is easy to use for public?
It is very easy to use. It is completely free to user, and only need with the help of internet connection to find any information that we want.
Okay. And is online learning a social issue?
For now, it is still an issue, as not every place was provided with a stable internet connection, and some not even have access to internet connection in their place. That will make it harder to submit the answer script and assignment on time.
And do you think should students add their lecture and teacher on social media?
I think it would not be a problem, as it would make them easier to communicate each other and can ask any questions or problems about the task given quickly.
Okay. And in your opinion, do you think e-learning is more effective than ordinary classroom?
Uh, For me, I do think it is more effective than the ordinary classroom. We can find a lot of information quickly through the search engine with thousands of information provided. Just type anything that we want and it will appear in just seconds. And even it will make it very easy and convenient to use.
Okay. Here is the last question. Who is the responsible for monitoring social media movement?
As for for kids, it will be on their parents, and but for us, it will be on ourselves.
Okay. Uh, Thank you, Adriana, for spending time with me today for an interview session related to e-learning. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.
The summary that I can take from the interview is my group member and I started the interview with a short self-introduction, and it was followed by using the basic and topic question. During the interview, all my group member and I used online platforms like Zoom and Google Meet to conducting the interview. Besides that, all of them said that e-learning is an online learning that using online platforms such as Google Meet, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and etc. Hence, e-learning can be attended at home or anywhere, since we can join the class through electronic gadget. Last but not least, majority of them started that the advantages of social media are it can help us to keep in touch with relatives and can be used to find more information about our study. Thus, it could help us to keep in track with the current issues, while the disadvantages of social media, majority of them said it can lead sleep disruption and chronic health condition. That's all from our group. Thank you.